Hey guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about comparing two very different cities, Chicago and San Antonio.
Big differences, but we're going to walk through them. We're going to be comparing the cost of living, real estate prices, salaries, job opportunities, entertainment, traffic, dreaded traffic on all sides of the spectrum, and then safety. We're going to get started on those comparisons
right now.
If this is your first time in our channel, welcome. Please remember to subscribe and tap the bell, and you'll be the first to receive notifications on the changing market in and around San Antonio, Texas. Let's dive in.
We're Brian and Brenda Jones, the proud owners of Lone Star Home Realty, and we get calls from people all the time. So whether you're moving in 3 months, 9 months, next year, doesn't matter. Give us a call. Let us know how we can help you.
All of our information is in the box below. You can call us, text us, email us, or even sign up for a Zoom. We would love to chat with you and help you make a smooth move to the San Antonio area.
Chicago and San Antonio.
Let's go.
Very different. So first off, we're going to talk about the cost of living, the difference between Chicago and San Antonio. Now, remember, Chicago is one of it's either second or third largest city in the United States. So there's a lot of people there.
But it's still not as expensive to live in Chicago as like New York and San Francisco.
No.
So
yeah,
it's higher, but it's not near as high as other places in the United States.
It is more reasonable.
Yeah. So how does it compare to San Antonio?
So Chicago's cost of living is about 20% higher than the national average, whereas San Antonio's is about 10% higher than the national average. So it's
a little higher, but it's not like huge, crazy.
Not significantly higher.
Yeah. But you can still expect to spend more on your everyday expenses like utilities and gas compared to San Antonio.
Exactly. Especially with housing and taxes are going to be higher in Chicago as well.
Right. So San Antonio offers a much more affordable lifestyle, making it really ideal for families and first-time home buyers compared to the Chicago market.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to talking about home buying, real estate.
And real estate, there's not a huge difference either, because the average home price in Chicago is $350,000.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah, in
really.
San Antonio it's $300,000. So
not a huge difference.
There's not a huge big difference. But you're going to be in Chicago. You're going to be paying a premium for being close to the city center, or for living in highly desired neighborhoods like Lincoln Park or the Loop.
So you'll get more square footage in the San Antonio market pretty much. You can still look for something downtown San Antonio or suburbs to get more value, but overall San Antonio has more affordable housing.
San Antonio offers more value for your dollar when it comes to buying a home.
What about the property taxes?
Property taxes are much lower in Texas than they are in Illinois. And so it's going to be important for people to check that out.
Yeah. So how are the salaries? How do they compare?
So the salaries in Chicago are pretty similar to the salaries in Los Angeles. Los Angeles was $75,000 on average. In Chicago, it's $72,000, whereas San Antonio, the average salary is $58,000. So there's a pretty good difference there.
That's a difference in compared to it's not a major difference in cost, but it's a good difference in the salaries. So Chicago has Boeing, United Airlines, McDonald's. Some of those are big Fortune 500 companies that make their home in the Chicago area.
And San Antonio has big industries in healthcare, military, and cybersecurity, and it's growing dramatically.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of job opportunities in the key sectors, healthcare and defense. We have a lot of military bases in San Antonio that offer a lot of, whether you're in the actual military, or what's the other one called? When you're not in the military, but you're working for the military.
Civil service?
Civil service, that's what it is. That's what it is. So lots of jobs, even if you're not in the actual military. All right, entertainment.
Next big difference. So again,
Chicago
is a world city, guys. So there's not going to be a huge comparison here that Chicago's going to take it It's got a massive culture scene. It's home to the Bears. The Bears. It's home to the Cubs. It's home to the Bulls.
Lots and lots of pro teams there.
Yeah.
So
and famous theaters, museums. It's a world-class city.
It's a world-class city with a lot of entertainment, dining, all kinds of fun stuff.
Now, on the other side, San Antonio is very family-oriented. It's got a rich history. So
Lots of culture.
We have the Alamo.
We have the Alamo.
And Chicago doesn't.
We have the Riverwalk.
And Chicago doesn't. Actually, Chicago has a lakeside, so that's beautiful too.
But we have SeaWorld, we have Six Flags, we have the Mission, so a lot of family-friendly, budget-friendly stuff to do in the San Antonio area. And the food scene, guys, the food scene in San Antonio is truly growing. That is becoming a really big deal for foodies around here.
We do have the Culinary Institute of America in the San Antonio,
downtown in the Pearl District. So that's, I'm telling the foodies are becoming a big deal around here.
Next up is traffic and congestion. And Chicago is notorious for its heavy traffic. The city's highways, including I-90 and the Dan Ryan Expressway, can be just ridiculous. Yeah. So commuting times are some of the longest in the country. San Antonio has its moments
traffic,
too. We have
absolutely.
Traffic, and with San Antonio being under constant construction, we have lots of
growing.
We're growing,
San Antonio's growing,
and every road seems like is under some kind of construction. So whether they're repaving it or they're redoing it or we got elevated lanes or whatever, it doesn't matter. The difference is Chicago has a much far superior public transportation system than San Antonio. Chicago's got elevated trains. They've got the buses. They've got a great public traffic system. And
San Antonio doesn't have any of that.
We have a bus system that is not the best.
System.
It's a bus system.
Definitely depend upon your cars and getting yourself around town in San Antonio. So
let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Which is what?
Crime and safety.
Crime and safety.
So San Antonio
is a much bigger city than San Antonio.
It is a much bigger city. However, by per capita, Chicago does have much more violent crime and property crime than San Antonio. San Antonio is much lower in those rates than Chicago is. Chicago is probably one of the more dangerous cities in the country.
Depending on where you go,
That's
San Antonio is very safe. Now, there are, like any big city, there are areas and pockets that you're like, you don't want to be in.
And you can go to places in Chicago and be totally safe.
Yeah, absolutely. So, overall, the higher crime rates are in Chicago than in San Antonio, but they both definitely have issues depending on where you are.
So for all you Chicago lovers out there, comment below and tell me where I'm wrong. And let's have a discussion on the comment section, because I would love to have that conversation with you. For those of you who are thinking about moving to San Antonio and you're absolutely considering moving here, give us a call or comment below and or set up a Zoom. We're more than happy to talk to you and see how we can help you.
Or if there is another city that you want us to make a comparison to, please let us know. We'll be happy to investigate that and get that information out to you.
Absolutely. Hopefully this was helpful for you. Let us know in the comments, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell to receive notifications.
See you next time.
Bye.